What's going on, guys? Chad Christopher here, and welcome to the build. It's my second build ever, a proper workbench. This thing is 4 feet by 8 feet. It cost me $100, almost exactly, in actual parts. The only thing I used was a drill, a circular saw, and a miter saw. It took me 6 hours total, which we split up over the course of 3 days, so 2 hours each day. And I'm extremely happy with how this thing came out. Now, I did take some inspiration from, I think the name is April Wilkerson. I think that's her name. She has a fantastic channel. I'll link that below. She did hers all with plywood. This is built out of 2x4s and plywood. I built the legs at 36 inches. The top here is 1 5/8 inches, so just under 38 inches tall. We have some storage down here. Hey guys. Yeah, like I said, big 4x8, so we can use full sheets of plywood and stuff like that. I'm gonna walk you through kind of how I did it, but really this is just kind of a fun building thing. I would like to put plans together for this. I'm not sure if I will or not. I think I explained it well enough, but in the future, I hope to start doing plans for builds so that if you want to, build with me, you can. Let's go, $100 workbench build in 6 hours. Let's dive in. First step up, we are creating some legs. We've got 2x4s here. I've cut these into 36-inch high. That's how high we're gonna get this table. And then we're gonna have 2 pieces per leg, just like that. Also, I wanna point out that we're rocking these new fancy RZ masks. Now, this isn't a sponsored video. They didn't send these out. I just bought these off an ad I saw on Instagram. And I'm giving them a proper shot today, but I'll let you guys know what I think. I got Kyle one too, so he can, not die of all the sawdust with me. We're gonna keep going. You filming me right now? Okay, so that glue dried enough, I think, and we kept the clamps on. I went ahead and drilled some pilot holes with I think this is an 1/8 inch bit. I'm using number 9 construction screws that are 2.5 inches long. Since I'm going through essentially 1.5 inches here, I wanted to have a little bit of bite into the next one. I'm doing them 5 screws evenly spaced out here. So I'm just drilling a pilot hole because I don't want the wood to split or anything. So yeah, I'm taking them up about 3/4 inch from the bottom here as well. Okay, so here is our first leg. Yeah, good enough. Okay. All 4 legs in the can. We did it. Okay, so I wanted a full 4x8. The top sheet I'm gonna keep full on 4x8. The thing is, I don't want the edges to come to the edges because I wanna be able to still throw a clamp on. So I wanna bring these in about 2 inches so that we get a little bit of overhang on top there. So it took a little bit of math because I didn't figure for that, but we just knocked it out. So we're bringing everything in essentially 2 inches. Listen, overall, I'm very happy. I think that we are making some great progress. The cuts are all measuring and lining up, and it's been fun, man. The tools are great. Oh, I didn't show y'all. Check this out. I needed me a circular saw, It's just one of those things that you need. So I went up, I picked one up. I got the Milwaukee, the brushless. Runs off these same batteries as all the other Milwaukee tools that I have. So that's how we're gonna cut down the plywood, because if you think about it, this lower shelf, the one that these are gonna support, so there's gonna be a shelf right here, like I was saying, that needs to be cut in as well. Like we have the 2 inches on every side brought in, as well as about 1.5 inches for all these 2x4s. I got that guy, rip off some of the edges. We're also gonna probably put a center support in there. That's how we're looking. We are just under 2 hours in for the night. I hope y'all are enjoying it. By the way, do I talk too fast in videos? I had a buddy tell me that I talk too fast, it's hard to understand me. Should I slow down my talking pace? can take this shorter board and butt up here and then just drill in right there and right there. I've got these set up to be, the top of them is 6 inches above the ground, and then we'll have the plywood, which is 3/8 inch. So our shelf is gonna be 6 3/8 inches off the ground. Yeah, right now we're just connecting all these supports. I'm gonna throw one support in the middle here. My biggest concern is if the 4 are gonna end up perfectly level so that the plywood sits perfectly level. I think that's that's my biggest concern right now, but right now I'm just putting drilling a pilot hole and putting 2 screws in to put these supports into the legs. Okay, so we've got our base all done. Now we're gonna start putting in the plywood shelf here. This one's got a pretty mean bow to it. The other one's a lot flatter. We'll put that one up on top. But essentially, I measured the inside from leg to leg on each side, on the inside where this is gonna lay. And we need about 86 inches by, I think it was like 43 5/8 or something I have it written down. So rather than keeping one of these edges, I'm just gonna go ahead and cut those measurements from the inside so we just get a nice square cut. Don't look over there. And Kyle's like, oh, let me look over here.
Just elevated to levitating, been on charge like Raiden, I'm tired of waiting, I'm aggravated. Snap a finger, I'm activated, they captivated, like that's amazing, and get the back like a tax evasion. Attack evading and parry quickly, get very swiftly, from a scary city, extendo clips probably carry 50.
Stop. You stop it right now. You stop it. That fits pretty well. A little bit short over here, but listen, if it's in between the legs, it looks like a shelf, it's gonna act like a shelf. Let's go. I'm gonna lay down a bead of glue, throw those in, and then we'll just So we got the shelf to fit. Yes. Next up is essentially the same supports up top, and then we're gonna lay the full 4x8 on top of that. So I think we're moving along pretty well. Welcome back, guys. Today is day 3. So we did 2 hours the first day, 2 hours last night. This should be the last couple hours to finish up here, putting on the top supports. So essentially just doing what we did on the bottom supports. We've got it clamped up. This board is hella twisting on us. So I'm gonna do this whole side first and then that side. And I'm just gonna work our way around. One thing I did wanna point out is you'll notice for the newer woodworkers like me, I've been watching a lot of videos, and what I learned is you don't want to screw, like you'll notice I'm not screwing out here into the end grain. Apparently end grain does not hold the screws very well. The way I saw it explained was, imagine like a bunch of pencils, right? You screw into the pencils, and the pencils just kind of expand to hold the screw instead of like drilling into the grain itself. So I'm drilling into the side here, which is drilling into the side grains and hopefully giving a little bit more stability. So that's the reason I'm not drilling from the outside in, just so you guys know. It creaked when I stepped on it, but now it's, I mean, you can have a rave up here if you wanted. Put some electric music on that, Kyle. Kyle, put some electric music on me. What up, homie?
It's a solid table.
Yeah. Okay, so here's essentially before we throw the top on. Yeah, like lean onto that, like lift your whole weight up on that. We were debating whether we needed to put in like supports right here, but I think we're gonna hold off. I mean, it's holding us up just fine. If we notice that it ends up bowing in the future, we'll probably throw a support in the middle. But I kind of want just like this wide open area for storage. So let's throw that top on, bruh.
Let's do it.
Okay, so we haven't screwed this thing down yet. This is 5/8 inch plywood, and I'm not gonna lie, it does feel a little bit, I don't want to say flimsy, because once you screw this down, I think it would certainly do the job just fine. That being said, I think I want a little bit more girth, if you will. For the $100 build, this is great. This is all you need. I'm gonna throw that inch on, it's ugly, and then I'm gonna throw this on top of that. I'm gonna screw both of those down, and that is what we're gonna be working with for our top piece. So it's got some solid, you know, you can clamp on it real good. It's gonna hold its shape really well. That being said, all I'm gonna do, I'm just gonna screw these into this top support. I'm not gonna glue them, so that if I wanna change out the boards or whatever, you can just unscrew them and switch out the top board. They're not glued down. You know, this is gonna get beat up over time, so. All right, let's throw that inch on first. Ooh! Ooh, it's got a mouth. It's got a mouth on that one. Hey guys, make sure to subscribe to Chad Christopher's new woodworking channel. Thank you.
We got a table, man. Look at the table.
Look at that table! Yo! Yo!
Yeah.
But we done, man. We got a table.
Look at that table.
Look at that table! How sturdy that table? Could that table hold you? All right, we did it. So this thing is complete, and I'm absolutely stoked on it. I'm very, very happy with how it came out. A couple of the joints, you know, they might have not been like perfectly butted up. There's a couple measurements that were maybe a quarter inch off here and there. But overall, I think it's fantastic. And I knew there was a little bit of room for wiggle room. I'm not building cabinets or anything yet, you know what I mean? So the fact that this thing just came together the way it did, it's as sturdy as it is, and I think it looks pretty dang good. It's also very functional. I do have casters coming for it, so I can this thing is heavy. With this inch extra piece of plywood I put on it, it's insanely heavy. So I do have casters coming. I'm not including that in the price because, you know, that's an additional upgrade if you want to do it. I'm very, very happy with the way this turned out. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, hit that thumbs up button. If you want to see plans for builds like this and builds in the future, let me know. I'd really like to learn how to use SketchUp or, you know, whatever you guys suggest software-wise, and then be able to offer those to you. But yeah, we have a ton of building stuff coming. I know I haven't released videos recently, but I want you to know that in December is when we're starting to hit this hard, and I'm hoping to have an absolute, just a ton of these videos coming out, especially, you know, for some Christmas gifts and stuff like that, some Christmas gift builds in mind. So, I hope you guys enjoyed it. If so, hit that thumbs up button, subscribe if you are new around here, and I'll catch you in the next one for Chad Christopher. Let's build some stuff.